Welcome to the Come On Show with Southside Steve.
Yeah, come on. And we are joined with a guest today as we are in the Exit Wealth Studios located right here in lovely downtown Alpharetta. Thank you for driving up from the south side. We also have studios in Buckhead. Might have been easier for you, but today and always, this is our comfort spot. This is close to home. We go to Buckhead if we have to, and usually we tape at night. But this is a live baby right here. So happy Thursday to you. It's Thirsty Thursday. Jeff's had a couple of DUIs. What about you?
Oh, me? No DUIs. I try to stay away from those. I have been to jail a couple of times for trespassing, though. I just can't learn my lesson.
Good Lord. Good Lord. No, I joke with Jeff. He had one. George Stein got him out of it. He wasn't guilty. It was one of those borderlines. Could have gone any which way, and the officer goes, all right, maybe I had it wrong.
Well, no, he just didn't know it had actually because he didn't show up. The cop kept no showing. That's one of the ways that George gets you off is you just push it and push it.
Oh,
so finally the cop just gives up and he doesn't show up.
Just waste his time. Yeah, the cop's time until they just don't have any money to show up.
So I heard you got the DUI at 20 and you finally went to court on it at 32.
Something like that.
Jeez. Oh, man. So we have full sponsors here on the Yeah Come On show. And we've always got room for you. So if you got a small business and you want to get it out there, you got a big business, you're like, what the hell? Stroke the check. We're available. Just get in our DMs. You can contact me. That's the easiest way. Or go to yeahcomeon.com. That's another way. And you can buy a hat. It'd be nice if you did. We're doing a show today with a guy that I met as an intern. And this is brought to you by Smalls Sliders. Because those guys can't be offended. They're good old hardworking men. They got their first location coming up in Marietta. It's going to be off Windy Hill, just before Cobb Parkway. The grand opening is definitely within 2 weeks, 100%. We'll let you know when you can take a bite out of a slider. You're killing me, Smalls. I just love these guys. It's maybe the best tasting slider. It's going to make White Castle and Crystal just close up shop. It's that damn good.
Mm-hmm. I love sliders, I do, but crystals, man, they come in and they go out really quick. So hopefully Smalls will stay in my stomach a little longer.
It will. They're a little thicker. They're better, and it's all about taste. It's going to blow your mind, and a simple menu. It doesn't have a lot of crazy crap. It doesn't have chili pups or whatever some of these people do. Do what you do best, and that's what Small Sliders does. But in studio, he started on Rock 100.5. That's one of the few stations, Jeff, you never worked on.
No, I never worked for Cumulus. No.
Never? Not any Cumulus?
Nope.
Oh,
just
that's right.
Clear Channel and Cox.
Okay,
And the Georgia Radio Alliance.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Fox FM, for putting me on 12 effing signals that all go 20 miles in any direction and making the back of my shirt look like a concert shirt. I really appreciate that. I kept going, can we just have one big stick? Can we sell all these guys and buy a big stick? You know what I mean?
I remember you came on our show. I was trying to explain to our listeners how to listen, and one of our listeners put together a heat map of where you drive 20 minutes, you got to change the station. You drive 20 more minutes, got to change it. If you go east, you got to wait another 30 before you find a signal. It was confusing, but I'm glad you had fun over there while you were there.
We were there, and the one thing that it did was it allowed me for 2.5 years to host a morning show, bring in content, do what hosts do, and it allowed him to go from a weekender to a co-host. So here we are.
Yeah, win-win, man. I must say, I like this new studio. When I see it online, I thought y'all were like in a strip club, but the lighting in here is actually really good.
You thought we were in a strip club. Matter of fact, that's not a bad idea. Why don't you see if there's any strip clubs that have rooms available? I mean,
I'm on there because it's usually dark, and you bring your lighting. That's why it looks kind of like that. Has that vibe.
So you can say now that you see it, we use Amaran, and it's all professional lighting.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know where you get those, but I hit my head on that one. I will say that one's a little low, but it works.
It is. Jeff and I are tall guys, too, and you can see the homage of the 96 Rock signs, the Southside Steve's Bar, and then you got the Yeah Come On Bourbon, some albums, some autographs. Jeff got to interview Rick Springfield. We got that over there.
Nice.
While we were at Fox. It's just stuff we did while we were there. We got the home cooking album. And then, of course, Rock 100.5 and the Yeah Come On show. So there's a lot going on in here.
I like it. Yeah, I miss 100.5. I got fired 4 times for that station. You believe that?
As an intern?
Yeah.
How do you get fired as an intern?
I don't know. They kept
You don't get
firing me.
fired. I think they just tell you don't bother coming in.
Yeah, they told me that like 4 times, but I kept showing up and they kept letting me work.
Well,
again.
you were interning for the regular guys, right?
No, the other one.
Bailey
Oh,
and
Bailey and
Southside.
Southside. Isn't that your call? Whether he gets fired or not?
Well, it was, and that's one reason he kept getting back in. What they asked was, is he going to college? There's points in time in radio where when I started dealing with interns in the mid-'90s with Christopher Rood and the Wake Up Crew, you had to show me that you were in communications major. You had to be in college and a communications major or on a college radio station. So everybody I was hiring was at 88.5.
Yeah, so you couldn't just walk in there and say you're going to school. You had to prove that you were actually going to school to intern.
That's what I was worried about. I was going to West Georgia at the time, but it was for nothing to do with radio. But I hated going there. So I'm like, maybe I'll just tell them I need this for like an internship for
That's
school.
what you told us. You lied to us.
I did. I lied, and it worked out well.
Then we figured out he was a liar. So we're like, well, we got to hide this from management. But the guys, if you're paying tuition to me, you should be allowed in the building.
Yeah.
But then they got to the point, they go, look, you can only ask this of interns because they're not being paid. So we're like, okay, so the hours. Well, Bailey would work these dudes to death and have them doing stuff because that's just who he is. And I'm like, okay, man, they're not paid. You can't really order them around. Be glad they showed up today.
I did get a huge pay raise one time from $0 to $7.25. That was awesome.
So then he got an angle. So what we did is we went to management going, okay, the guy's useful. He does this. He's bringing content in on the show under the umbrella of what was the Clueless 2.
Yep, that was a good time. We did that podcast for a while. Me and my deaf buddy, Deaf August. You know, I think people still remember him. He's still deaf, but he's doing good.
Deaf August. So August can hear, but he really has to look at you and see your lips moving.
So
He's not completely deaf.
But he mostly reads lips.
Yeah, but if he doesn't have his hearing aids in and you do this, like cover your mouth,
Yeah.
oh, it's hilarious trying to have him figure out what you're saying.
It's a mean trick. So if hearing aids are in and you're screaming, you come across this guy like a whisper.
Mm-hmm.
Hey! And he's like, and all he's hearing is,
Right. That's why it's like you don't need to talk louder. You need to read your lips. I know someone who's kind of losing her hearing, and I tend to talk louder.
Yeah.
But that doesn't help.
I always
They read the lips.
I usually only talk louder. I'm out like in line at the Chinese restaurant. I feel like for some reason talking louder is going to make them understand.
you
me.
do. No, you talk loud. Your cadence is quick and you talk loud. You're almost screaming, and I think it's because you've hung out with Deaf August too much.
It might be. I don't know. These are new headphones too, so I don't really know how
No,
loud
you're
I am
loud
over here.
You're loud, but that's your presentation. That's the way you come across. I fluctuate with everybody has their own style. Jeff's smooth. I'm all over the place. I might move my hands and go, yeah.
Well, you're loud too. You're just a loud talker in general.
I'm a loud talker. When you're talking to him off air, not as loud, but when he's on, and especially your social media, which crushes, you're like, nah.
Yeah, I got to get all the information out quickly. I feel like people's attention spans are real short, so I just got to bust it out quick.
That's the name of the social media game, right? Quick hits.
That's it, and that's what this is. The captain of quick hits. I don't know if you're the general yet, but you might be. Your numbers are high, and that's what we're getting ready to get into. Again, this is Branden Thrasher. And what he's about to talk about is brought to you by Golf Carts. This is North Atlanta Golf Carts. And the cool thing about these dudes, they have 2 locations. That one right there is in where's that one? Dawsonville, and the other one's in Buford. And you got a come on deal there waiting on you. All you do is go on the lot, ask for Craig Riddle, and Craig Riddle's the man. He runs them and owns them. And he's like, yeah, all right, you got my name. Now what? And if you say, come on, he will give you $500 off on a used, $500 on a new, or he'll give you one hell of a trade. It's a pretty good deal, especially on a used one.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I was on a golf cart, but the most fun we had on a golf course was Orchard Hills down in Noonan, Georgia. They closed it down, and we turned it into a redneck mud park out there. It was great.
Is that what it is now?
Well, now it's like an industrial park, but before they did that, we took our trucks out there and tore it up, flipped trucks, broke legs, broke ankles.
That's a crying damn shame because he's talking. So I go back to when it was a golf course. I got a brother in Alabama, and then me and my other brother, is here, but Kevin is just as far because he lives in these outward cities. But we would meet at Orchard Hills because it's the in-betweener. to play golf. It's about the same drive for us. That course was a links course. You could see it from the interstate. It was a fun course, a nice one, and they tore all that down.
Yeah, I think the guy went bankrupt. I think he was embezzling money or something. Usually when that happens, you lose a lot of stuff. But we got our fun out of it for sure until the crackheads started stealing copper out of the clubhouse, and then the cops showed up and shut it all down. We weren't stealing nothing. We were just tearing it up, doing donuts, camping out there. Had a buddy sink his truck in the lake out there twice. As soon as we got it out, he drove it back in, sunk it again.
What year was that? Do you remember?
2016 and 17, yeah.
Dude, I would if I'd have known that, I'd have gone down there too.
You would tore it up?
Because I think it's everybody's dream to drive on a golf course and do some dumb shit, but not not get arrested. I will say the guy that played for the Bulls, the guy that dated all the hot chicks that colored his hair.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman.
I speak Southside.
Thank you. He does. So Dennis Rodman's in a golf tournament with us out 20. Maybe Conyers. And he's looking at it like it's just, a piece of crap golf course to him. And he's literally playing, and he goes up and he pulls on the green and sits there to make his putt on the green in a golf cart. Can't do that. I mean, you're Dennis Rodman, but you effing can't do that. And he goes, what do you need? What do I need to write? It's fine. And he's just talking shit. I'm like, I've never, but imagine if you could do that. So that would have had to have been fun riding on a golf course. But what I want to do with you is talk about where it started. So you came in and you're smart. You used us, but we used you. And I don't take credit for bringing you in, nor do I take credit for assignments because we worked with a true narcissist. I mean that as a compliment. Take it, dude. But he, had you doing things and going out and grabbing audio, you and your buddy, and you would come in with stuff, which is why when everybody figured out you weren't in college, we're like, pay him. He's worth paying. So you got the lamest hourly wage, which is what a part-timer gets doing weekends.
Yeah.
And it started from there. And I don't know what your footprint was. If you could tell us how you did it. How did you get from there to here?
Yeah, I mean, really it started, I graduated in 2017, and I was driving to college back and forth to West Georgia from Noonan, about 45 minutes. Hated life. I was going to math at like 7:30 in the morning, terrible. I was listening to y'all on the radio. I was like, man, that'd be awesome if I go up there. And something just happened. I think I was like, screw it. I'm going to figure out how to get up there. So message the right people.
So just listening to us, we sound like the kind of guys you'd like, I can walk myself onto that show.
Yeah, I think so. I think I was like, this should work out pretty good.
You always wonder where it comes from.
Yeah. So I went up there, got started there. It was a big learning experience for sure because you don't get paid. You got to figure out how you're going to drive an hour and a half every day with no money and no job, not getting paid. So had to figure that out, but it was a good time. Really just figuring out how the business worked and how radio was. I mean, it's completely different from what you think it is if you're not, if you're not in the business or whatnot. But it was a fun time. I learned a lot. Like I said, I got let go, fired 4 or so times. And I think the last time was right there before COVID.
Yeah.
I remember that. And then I didn't get to come back. So I started my sprinkler company and I was doing my own thing on the side then.
So you said COVID. So what happened in COVID? Because I was not for taking the shot. Jeff got cut at the river. Not the river's fault. It's the company Cox, but they said it's mandated. You have to take the shot. If you don't, you have to leave.
We consider it a resignation. That's what they can. So it's not like they fire you because there's got to be some legal terms. So they consider it a resignation, is what I was told.
And my company viewed it the same way. Me and Mike Key over at 680 The Fan were the last 2 to take the needle, and we finally did. I didn't want to take it, so I remember what happened. Bailey, who was the other half of the morning show, had everybody. He had his home studio, and I don't know if he was getting paid by the radio station to do that or what. I'm sure there was some finagling that I'm unaware of. And I'm driving to his house, and I'm like, why am I driving to your house? There's 6 dumbasses in the room, and I'm like, I don't know what everybody's doing. And his wife's out selling real estate, and I'm like, okay, if we're hunkering down and buying into whatever this is, I got babies. At the time, I had a 3-4-year-old and a newborn. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what am I doing here? So I said, number 1, I've got 14 years with the company. Number 2, I was getting paid more than that dude. And I just said, hey, man, I'm doing this from my house. So then they built out a studio for me. And I think that was taken personal. And I see, and I wasn't being a team player, but I'm like, why are we going here? It should have been he and I and maybe one other person, but everybody else was cool. So as they're all meeting every morning and I'm not there and I'm just clicking the off button, rumors, things begin to happen. People start saying things about you that aren't true. You never went to his house?
No, I was fired then. Remember, they wouldn't let me come back at all. They told
You
me
weren't even allowed to go to his house to be on air with us.
No, they told me when I left December 20th, 2019 to go to Colorado on a buddy ski trip, I was supposed to come back, and Nikki or Nate or somebody had told me, like, no interns allowed back in the building. I'm like, what? What the hell's going on?
Because of COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've been like February.
Well, no, this was January. Like, they somehow knew. They're like, all right, let's just stop. Don't let that guy back in. No interns allowed in the building. And then it took a whole year back to 2021 before I was able to come back. And Axel made me get the shot also. But I was so pissed afterwards because I only worked there for like 2 months.
Trust me, Axel did not enjoy making you take that shot.
And the card, the piece of paper they give you, I was like, I could have forged this so easy.
Thank you.
That's what I thought about doing. I could have just uploaded or sent some fake card, but I wanted to make a statement.
Yes.
I wanted to make a statement.
You made the statement, and more power to you, because what I should have done is cheated the system. I bend every rule. I break rules. My wife hates it. She's a rule follower. Why did I not get a fake doctor?
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of the
You
card?
could have just got a fake card. That's all you needed.
And now I've talked to like 10 people going, this doctor was doing it for me. My dentist is like, I had the doctor. I'm like,
My buddy was EMT. He had like a stack of cards that he was just giving out after I'd already got mine. But I figured I risked my life enough for that radio station. I figured a shot would be all right.
yeah, why not? You had risked your life doing crazy stuff. And Jeff, I don't know, did you hear the Clueless 2 when they were on, when that was his brand?
I did not. Yeah, but I've heard you talk about it since then.
Well,
And since then, you turned that into your Instagram or whatever. You got like 1 million followers?
Yeah.
Like
We're getting ready to get into that
Yeah.
right now. He's the only guy I ever gave a yeah, come on hat to. And then he trashed it. I don't know, did I give you your second one or make you pay for it?
All right, first off, I didn't trash it. I just wore it like a normal person and it happened to get dirty. All right, I'm still on the south side. I'm not north side Nancy up here. I still work with my hands down there and get dirty now. So I wore it to work. I was trying to advertise for you, and this is how I get treated. You hear this over here, Jeff? Craziness.
Yeah, he's right. Maybe he did wear it a lot and he got dirty. I probably owe you a yeah, come on hat.
Yeah, I'll take another one, but I'll say this Atlanta Braves hat's covered in diesel fluid now.
All right, what are you going to do to the yeah, come on hat? Could it be a show hat where at least you go out to eat in it? You don't just work in it and wear it every day, or you have it on the seat and you're like, hair's clean, I'll put it on now.
Yeah, I try that quite often. Sometimes I forget what I'm wearing, though. Like, I trashed a pair of shoes the other day. They got covered in mud, and my hat, I had a Coors hat on. I got covered in mud. It's just bad, man. I don't ever think about what's on me when I start doing stuff, you know? I just kind of get into it.
Do you at least make sure there's a condom on you when you have sex?
I'd rather not, but, depending on where I'm picking them up at, probably need to.
Dating anybody serious?
No, no. I got other plans. I'm not gay. I'm not gay or nothing. I'm just, I don't need that in my life right now. I need to keep doing what I'm doing.
You're focused on growing your brand.
Yes.
I will tell you, based on, and this is no shot because I'm from the South Side, and I've my whole life I've worked on my Southernicity and trying to not be obviously redneck, but I have the same cadence as you if I'm drinking or I'm tired. It's what we have. We're Southerners. Jeff has it too. But I will say to you, Jeff has at least, then me, then you. But I'll let you know that the way you talk and the way you come across, it does kill me. I think it is hilarious. You are a true Southsider, and I embrace that. And for me, you sound like a guy that you wouldn't be gay, you wouldn't be heterosexual. You'd probably do animals.
We were talking about horses the other day. Would you rather have a girl that had 10 kids or had sex with a horse one time? And I said, probably the girl that has sex with a horse one time.
I'll take the horse all day.
See, I'm not as crazy as everyone thought I was.
By the way, it's a good time on the podcast to let you know on this show, because what he said, choking the chicken is literally because the chicken is deceased. When something happens, you put his little feet in your pockets, and that's what farmers used to do that didn't see women or weren't around women. Truth be told.
What?
That's where the phrase comes from?
Yes. Choking the chicken, and I'm not going sexual, but it's termed sexual because people that did that with the chicken usually did not survive it.
Wait, they were banging the chicken?
People do that. I know farmers that have done it.
Damn.
I know a guy in frozen foods and another guy, at grocery stores, Big Apple Food Warehouse, the guy that worked in produce said he knew people that had done it and told me, he's the one that taught me, that story. I learned that in 1984.
He's banging frozen food in the back?
No.
Oh.
He worked in frozen food.
I thought the same thing. I was like, how
No.
you gonna? That's not gonna work.
Do
With
you
the
know
frozen.
why? Do you know why he worked in frozen food? And this is why I worked in frozen food, because I went in under him. He had a long talk with me because we were sitting there as I was signing up, and I was obviously going to be a cashier, but I was going to do that. And before I got into overnight stocking, he's like, "Do frozen food." I go, "Man, why?" He goes, "Summer, women, nipples." And I went, "Okay, I'll do frozen food."
That's all it took, man. You gotta look. Think about the seasons, you know.
He got me. Another sponsor I want to mention. I'm like, where do I put certain sponsors based on content right now? So I will go with David Markwell, Markwell Therapy. David Markwell is there for you if you're dealing with any mental illness. Branden Thrasher here, our guest, is definitely a client to talk to somebody at some point, just to be studied. Be like, I don't think there's anything wrong with him, but Branden, make sure, did anything happen to you in grade school? But some people, you realize, have mental issues and do need to talk. And some people are stressed out or going through divorce or whatever. And that's where markwelltherapy.com comes in. So back to you, as Jeff brought up, you've done the internship. You've gotten radio airtime. You've started a podcast called The Clueless 2. And you still do that every once in a while. And then you were doing a company, and I know that you were doing outdoor work, and you were doing it very well, and you were making the money you needed to make. But then you're like, I really don't want to be a great landscaper.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of sprinkler work, and I still do some now. I just doubled my rate so I don't have to do as many jobs, since now social media is more of the main thing. But I do
But you know it and you do it well. So what company? Do you want to put the company out there?
Yeah, I mean, it's BT Backflows and Irrigation. I'm not coming up here to do work. I'll go and tell you that right now. I love the listeners and I appreciate you, but I ain't no way in hell I'm driving up here to do work.
People can see this on the south side. Give your company one more time. You went so damn fast.
Oh, I'm sorry. BT Backflows and Irrigation.
BT Backflows and Irrigation.
BT for Branden Thrasher.
Ah, look at that. He's a genius.
And by the way, it's his real name. You were meant to do radio with the last name Thrasher.
Yeah.
So now you have figured out what most people are looking for, and you've done it in a very good old boy. I love the good old boy in you. 60% of my friends are just like you, and I'm sure that you have that in common. Did you see me as a fellow good old boy? Did you see me as an uppity dude on the north side?
I could see your South Side tendencies, but I could also see you more upper management style, a little bit showing through. You know what I mean?
It's his golf attire.
Yeah.
It is. How do you read Jeff?
I feel like you don't let Jeff leave here almost. I feel like he just stays here all the time.
He lives here.
But I feel like you just walk out and lock the door. Like, all right, Jeff, we'll see you tomorrow.
Jeff,
I'm
Jeff,
just,
do
I'm just,
your
I'm
magic.
just here locked in my corner.
Do your magic with his guitar. I let him strum from 2 to 3 every day. He gets to play the guitar. So again, educate us to what you're doing now and how you got there, because I want people to follow you.
So we're like I said, we did a podcast with a former host before, but we have started. It's been actually a year now. I'm doing a new show, a daily show called The Daily Dose Show. You can find it at dailydoseshow.com. My co-host is Chuck. Funny enough, you bring up Dennis Rodman. He used to bang Chuck's cousin, Lisa Buckles, which was pretty funny back in the day.
Can't make that up. Lisa Buckles was hooking up with Rodman, his cousin. Chuck is funny. I've been on their show a couple times. And it's a good time, and they do. So you drop every day. What's the magic? Is there a certain time that you drop your show, or how does that work? How did you get these amount of followers? And I know what you've done prior to, and individually. Where do you see your magic?
The show's about an hour long. We do it every day. We include the dumb news, pretty much just kind of what our any stories we have in our life. We have a What the Chuck. We've recently revived Hobo Knows, where we go ask hobos on the street questions, see if they know the answer or not. We got video with that, so that's going well. That's fun. We got giveaways and everything. We're actually giving away tickets to the Braves game this Friday for our Hobo Knows winner for the week, so that'll be fun. But people seem to like it. It's just an easy to listen to show. We have no sponsors, believe it or not. I think it's probably because I say too much crazy stuff.
You do.
Yeah.
And you got to watch it. Even our content today, we didn't push any envelopes, and we're all adults, and we're talking above the heads of children. But I don't know any adult that is watching a podcast with their child.
You'd be surprised. A lot of listeners we have that when we do live events also, and they turn out really well. They'll come up to us like, "Man, I'll have my kid in the car. He listens all the time. He loves your show." And Chuck's, he's a baseball and softball coach also, and he'll have parents coming up to him and be like, "Oh, I heard what you said the other day," and the kid's like, "Yeah, that was funny." I'm like, "Oh, sweet."
Yeah, you got to watch what you say, and that's kind of what I do. I'm on one edgy podcast. I'm on one that truly helps people because I do the red, white, and green, which I would ask for you to watch because it's up your alley. It's for people that are thinking outside the box, people that love America, which I know you do, and love money, which I know you do, but it's not political. I don't care how you vote as long as you love this country.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. But yeah, I just never wanted to work. I think after I got a taste of radio, I never wanted to work a 9 to 5 again. But I think it was too late in my life, or radio maybe was too old for me.
Where do you see radio on the quick terrestrial radio? Do you think there's a comeback, or do you think just certain stations will thrive and survive, and others are just gonna the quality of content will go down because they're gonna push with music, but talk shows are gonna go, and I don't know where the pay goes.
Yeah, I don't know. I bounce around the radio every now and then, and it seems like honestly the country stations are doing the best right now.
Yeah,
except for
news talk.
Yeah, except for this
Sports
bitch this
talk.
Morning, she was talking about her love for the Yankees on 101.5, and I'm like, we're a Braves country. You bow down, ho. We in A. That pissed me off, but
that would be one Dallas McKay, who I worked with a long time. Not a real name, but God bless her. And she works with another dude, Kincaid. And I think it's their newest employee.
Yeah, it was.
Because Dallas is born in Alabama, and Georgia is the only place she's ever lived otherwise, I think. Maybe upstate a little bit. But yeah, not a Yankees fan.
Yeah, no. But she actually reminds me of you. It's like the female version of you.
She was. We worked together for a year. It was great in 2007 with Rhubarb. But for you, again, how many followers do you have? Jeff brought it up.
We're at like 900,000 on the Instagram, 56,000 on the YouTube, 430,000 on TikTok, and then like 156,000 on Facebook. I
mean, that's strong. Those are strong numbers. Make no mistake about it. Those are strong numbers. What he's done is incredible, and I'm so proud of you. What is the monetization of something like that?
It varies, I don't know how many IRS agents you have listening, but it's
zero, hopefully. But no, just give me if it's coming in cash or somebody's paying something, but give me just one of them. Like I don't know, what does TikTok pay? Because TikTok you have to get over 10,000 before you get anything.
Oh, TikTok's actually the worst for pay when it comes to me because I opted into some kind of program a few years ago where it had to be over a minute long for you to get paid on it. And I'll post minute-long videos every now and then, but it seems like they just don't push it out anymore. And they're getting really big on censorship because they're worried about, there's so much pressure on them for the app and protecting kids and whatnot, which I understand, but they're just in a bad predicament,
All right. Well, who's the better one then? Is it YouTube?
YouTube's the best paying. We're not monetized on there yet. We should be in like a next couple weeks or so.
How do you get monetized on YouTube?
You need 1,000 followers, and then you need 10 million shorts views in 90 days, or you need 4,000 watch hours in a year.
3,000.
What?
I think it's 3,000 watch hours.
Did they drop it down to 3,000?
That's what ours is.
Jeff, do you have to get just one of those or all three of those?
You have to have it. That's like a combination. At least 1,000 followers. Which
Got it. We have that.
And then also either like 3 million shorts views or 3,000 watch hours within a year.
Yeah, 10 million. I think it's 10 million shorts views within 90 days, which we're at like 13 million, but they're behind trying to add them up. I don't know.
So you will come through.
Yeah.
You're close. Yeah, so you're close. What I hear is on like regular videos, 1 million views pays about $1,200. You get 1 million views on a regular YouTube video. I don't know about shorts.
Oh yeah.
But like a Tucker Carlson or whatever, somebody who really gets a lot of views, it's roughly $1,200 per million views. That's just what I hear. The rough estimate, just so you.
Yeah, it's crazy. It depends what what niche you're in and whatnot, because the way you get paid is advertisers like Apple or Google, or not Google, but Apple or tech companies, whoever's advertising on YouTube, they want to know, can I put my ad on your video? Or people that are watching this, are they capable of buying a $1,200 iPhone or not? So usually like the tech companies, the tech channels do really well and whatnot. Just depends what your content is and what ads they can put in front of your viewers.
All right. And I want to close up because we're tight on time, but I wanted to have this show with you. And this won't be the first time you see Branden Thrasher on our show. If he'll make the trek up here, we could talk to him at least once a month. Just to have you on.
Yeah, man, I try to get up here early, but it's been a long time since I got up at 7:30, and it's been even longer since I drove up to Atlanta at 7:30.
Well, I'm happy to sleep in. We could tape later in the day.
Yeah, that's cool with me. I love that.
Or maybe we'll do a later in the day show. We'll do afternoon shows when we know Branden's going to be on. That'll cut everybody some slack. In saying that, I know you come out of noon, and Is there anything else you want to mention? I just want to make sure people are following your shows and how they can follow them.
Yeah, man. But I'd say dailydoseshow.com. You just go to the website. We're currently working on trying to get a billboard in Atlanta. It's very hard because our imagery that we had was us in like hijabs, like Muslim outfits, and it said Iran and Iraq's #1 comedy podcast.
Oh,
And
that
then it
would
said-
kill.
And then below it it says explosive comedy. It's awesome.
Oh, that would
you
make
what.
the news. That would be a viral billboard.
I got a guy, Jeff Kinsler.
Yeah.
I went to high school with Jeff Kinsler. He works for a billboard company. I might have a guy that'll take your billboard.
It's not Lamar, is it?
Nope.
Lamar hates us. They banned us. They said, "Do never contact us again." Fuck Lamar. I hate Lamar.
Oh my God. This was banana. You know what? This is what I like. I can handle any and all of this. You hot mess, you. But that's funny. Daily Dose, just like it should be spelled, DOSE. .com. Go to it. Download this guy. Clueless 2 comes out every once in a while for the hell of it.
Yeah, whenever Def August can hear and he's not welding.
He's a welder on the side. And your stunts or anything else, or what's your current thing? You like messing with ant hills.
Yeah, the ants, been giving them drugs. The PlayStation, been cooking food on that. And an easy one I've been doing is just stepping on mouse traps, you know? I remember we did the mousetrap floor of hell.
I saw that.
So we did the mousetrap floor of hell on Bailey and Southside. I had to roll on it once. I think he rolled on it once. Brandy rolled on it where you just got to roll around on mousetraps and it hurts like hell. I saw him. He's wearing black socks and he took 2 hits to your toes. How do you consciously walk up and let a mousetrap slam on your big toe? That is not easy. I can't do that. I'm like, no, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, it's going to hurt in like 10 days when we're on like 10 mousetraps.
So you're going to build them up? Is that a side thing to your deal? Is that just following you personally, Branden Thrasher?
Yeah. I mean, I just thought of it. You know, I'll sit there in the, you know, hit a little smoke, you know, and be like, all right, yeah, let me have some good ideas.
How do they follow you personally to see those stunts? Or are they a part of the Daily Dose?
You can just look up Branden Thrasher on the internet. If you just type my name in Google, it'll show you all the social media stuff.
And that's with an E-N, not an A-N.
Yeah, BRANDEN. I'm a little weird. I'm half retired and half retarded.
Well, Brandon's half retired, half retarded. Jeff is a Jeff with a G-E-O-F, so he's G-off. And this is Branden with an E, Thrasher. And this has been the Yet Come On Show, live from the Exit Wealth Studios, along with Exit Stage Left Advisors. Never boring with this guy. Follow Thrasher for many reasons.